Hi everybody, my name's Rebecca and welcome back to My Bookish Travels. Today I am going to be sharing with you my planners that I have for this year, as well as some journals that I'm going to be using. And just to kind of give you a heads up, this is what it looks like. Yep. This is what it looks like. So if you guys were to ask a reader what their second favorite thing is, aside from books, I am sure you would say planners, agendas, or journals. We all love to read, but we love to write just as much. So each of these has a special purpose, and hopefully, if editing works out well, I am going to try to include a little video clip of a couple of these to show you what the inside looks like, so you can see that as well. I also am going to just go into some slight details on what you will be having each of these being used for, so then it will make a little more sense. So the first one I have is this here. It is a Hobonichi planner for 2023. My good friend Haley got it for me. She got me the one that's split into two booklets, one from January through June and then July through December. And she even gave me the Squishmallow sticker on the front and pens and this protective case for it. She knows how much I love my planners, and she was kind enough to gift this for this year, and I absolutely am in love with it. I love the fact that I can put birthdays and anniversaries in one section, and then I've got my actual breakdown of each day, and I can choose up to 5 tasks to complete. And so far, I'm holding pretty steady on maintaining being able to get about 5 things done every day between small, medium, and large things. So so far this one's working out really well for my needs, and I'm loving it. And Haley is obviously amazing for having that for me. The next one that I have is this wall calendar. It is a Thomas Kinkade Disney wall calendar. It's just a mini size, as you can tell. Basically, this is being used on my board in my room. It's being used on my board because of the fact that I want to kind of mark down where I post things. So be it on Instagram or on YouTube, I want to make sure that I'm seeing, keeping a consistent basis. If I haven't uploaded something in a bit, I want to make sure that I'm uploading it, or setting up for the foreseeable future, right? Setting up for what videos I want to put out for the month and being able to kind of get them filmed, get them uploaded, and go from there. The next one I have is a budget planner. If you guys want to get your budget in check, or if you are saving for things that are taking place in the year, or even better yet, you are just trying to monitor and lower your daily spending, I highly recommend a budget planner. This one I'm actually really liking the layout of so far. I've tried using a couple different budget planners and they haven't worked for me. I know we're only a few days into the current year, but so far with what I've been using it for, I've really liked it. And I think that number one, to kind of stay on top of your budget, you have to like what you're using or doing. And for me, with cash budgeting, I find that this budget planner is actually working in my favor, and it's helping me because this year I've got some trips planned, and I want to make sure that I am using my budget properly, as well as saving for these trips as well properly. This next one I'm really excited to share with you guys. It's been quite a while since I've actually used one of these, and it is the Reading Journal. That's the actual name of it. This is honestly a reading journal that I stumbled across on Amazon, and I'm in love with right now. It is stunning. It's beautiful. I love the layout of it, and I'm so excited to see what kind of takes place at the end of the year, kind of getting to flip through and see the progress that I've gone through, not just on Goodreads, but on here as well. And I'm just really enjoying every day going in and just kind of updating a couple of things here or there. And it is such a fun one to use. And honestly, if you have not found the right reading journal for you, this may work for you because it's very basic for half of it with regards to having the book review layout set up. But the first half of it is divided into a few different sections. It's not overly done for information, but it works amazing for what I was looking for. So now we move on to some things that I've had for a while that are going to be used a little bit more regularly this year. So the first one I have is this one right here. Basically, it's a blank lined notebook, and I usually try to keep one of these with my agenda or planner if I need to write down details on something or an idea, or I just need to write a list of a few different things that I need, just something in general. And this one I am, like, if you look here, like, I'm almost done it, but I don't just like grab a new one at the start of the year just because it's kind of full of random nonsense in a way. It's not really stuff that once it's full, I usually get rid of it and I will start a fresh one. So this one I'm almost done with, but it definitely comes in handy keeping something blank that I can write things in for myself, and I can go back at any point in time and look if there's something I need to look at that I've written before. So I'm very appreciative to have something like this. On that note, I also have my journal, which is from the same company. If you guys are curious, it's Peter Popper Press, I believe is the name of the company. This one is my journal, and I don't always journal every single day, but I do try to make sure that I'm journaling for important things, and I definitely want to keep doing that and utilize this one right here. I find it very, very subtle and neutral and very calming, and I think that's exactly what I need when I go to journal. I also have the Me Journal, and this is by Shane Wyndham, and it's a questionnaire keepsake, and I've been working through this for a while. It's just filled with a ton of random questions to fill in, and every now and then I'll sit down, I'll fill in a page or a section, and then I'll put it aside for a while and I won't pick it up again. But by the end of it, you're going to have just an entire book filled of questions about yourself that people can go and randomly look at. And the last two that I have, the first one is this book. It's the Miss Peregrine's Journal for Peculiar Children. I actually use this to write down different points and whatnot for book reviews, and this will be coming into play in a video that you guys will see at some point in time. I'm not going to say when exactly. I would like to leave some mystery to that, but basically I will write book reviews in here that I would like to film and share here on my channel, and I just haven't sat down and done a book review in here for a while, so I wanted to kind of share that and make it a little bit more prominent. So that is what this book is for. And then the last one that I have is this one right here. This is actually, I find this is so cool. So this is actually needle pointed. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Maybe if I did it like this, you could maybe see. So it's actually needle pointed onto this cover, which I find beautiful. This is my tag journal. So anytime that I've been tagged to do a book tag, or I just come across watching one that I'm like, ooh, I really like that, I will typically write the entire, like, who created it, if I was tagged, who I was tagged by, and then I'll write all of the rules of the book tag down and I'll put it in here. I have quite a few from when I was my old channel that I was tagged to do that I just haven't, and some that I've come across, and if I create one, I write it in there as well. I haven't done a book tag in a while, and I think I should maybe get back into doing them. So that is another prominent one for this year as well, because again, I want to get up to date on things that I'm behind on, or I feel like I'm behind on. Because again, I want to be more present in my days and in the content that I'm producing and creating. And for that, I think these last two that I showed you for the book reviews and for the book tags are going to come in handy. So those are my primary planners and journals that I'm going to be using for this current year. I'm curious, what do you guys use? Are you still using, the paper and pen planners similar to myself? Are you using more of a digital planner now? Because I've noticed a shift in some people switching from the paper planner to digital. Even my older sister did a slight shift last year where now she still does some paper planning, but the majority of her planning is digital. So I found that really interesting because she always was a paper and pen planner as well. So I'm curious, are you guys still a paper and pen planner? Do you use planners? Are you a digital planner? If so, what do you like about the digital over the paper and pen planning? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And until next time, I hope you stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you then. Bye.